Why are you working past 5? Why do you have to work? Why do you have to do viewings on the weekend?
We will do whatever it takes to ensure that that goal is achieved regardless of the situation.
Whenever we're even having fun, we're thinking about how quickly can we actually get the finances back.
I've always wanted to be a real estate agent,
Yeah.
but I didn't like the high street
Yeah.
way of going into it.
Because if you're not enjoying the journey, then what's the point? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Real Estate Talk Pod. My name is James, it's my lovely wife Vicky. Today we're going to talk about what it's like as a couple to work in property, the highs, the lows, how we win, and does it actually work?
That's a big question.
I know, right? So let's get into it.
Well, it seems to be so far. So
Exactly.
good. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. I mean, we're here, so it seems to be working. You know, for sure, definitely.
So, do you know what I want to fire away with?
Yeah. Go on then.
The good points, the good notes.
Yes.
What do you love the most about working together as a team?
Do you know what? I absolutely, first of all, I think it's a blessing and an absolute
100%.
privilege, and I'm forever grateful that I get to work with you every single day,
Aw.
which is absolutely fantastic, and it's something that is invaluable to me. One thing I like about it is how we can actually, it's just relatable. You understand
Yes.
what I'm going through. I understand what you've gone through that day. I understand the obstacles you faced.
Yep.
We can dissect it,
Yep.
which I really enjoy in terms of dissecting over the dinner table and going, you know what, this big problem, we're going to make it into a little pebble.
Yep.
And that's what we...
Bounce
that's
ideas off each other.
Exactly, bounce ideas off each other. And also we can come up together with solutions.
Yes.
I think it's also problem solving. I think the thing about it is not feeling like you were doing it by ourselves. We're doing it together. And that's something that makes us strong.
Yeah.
That's what I like.
I
That's what I like
agree.
about it.
I agree. I would say the same.
Uh-huh.
And to add to that, it almost feels like you're working with your best friend.
Yeah.
Like you're
100%.
not just working, like we had the benefit of being able to come home just about work, but it doesn't feel like we're talking about work. It just feels
Yeah.
like two best friends catching up on their day. And on top of that, because we're able to bounce ideas off each other, it doesn't feel like I'm in it alone.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like I'm going out there and
Yeah.
I'm in it alone. It feels like we're actually working, even though we work individually on certain deals,
Yeah.
it feels like we're working together on it because we're bouncing those
No,
ideas off
definitely,
each other.
definitely. And also, I think the learnings as well. I think we're quite blessed that you might be going through something I've never gone through before.
Yeah.
But because I've experienced it with you,
Yeah.
I know exactly how to deal with it, and
Yeah.
vice versa, same thing. And also, even when we face things that we don't know what the solution might be, we have a strong team around us that we can tap into. But that way, we also share each other's views.
Yeah.
You know, you might want to do something slightly differently to
Yeah.
what I would do,
Yeah.
and then I'll be like, oh, actually, I didn't think about it like that. Then I might add that
You
bit.
might tweak
Exactly,
the way you
tweak
work.
it, add it to what I need to
Same.
do. So it's
So we
pretty.
take kind of the best from each other and
Yeah.
and elevate each other's work, if that makes
yeah,
sense.
Yeah.
And I think it's really nice to work with a partner that doesn't see what you do as an issue. Can we talk about that for a
So
second?
powerful.
That
That is so powerful. What you
honestly,
just said. What you just
because
said.
there's nothing like working with someone who sees your passion as something positive because they're also passionate about it. They don't pull you down. They don't tell you not to do it because they don't believe in
Yeah.
the idea. They're fully supportive of it.
Yeah.
They're not insecure about it.
Yeah.
They are your number one supporter because they love it just as much as you do.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm sure you've been in previous situations where,
Yeah.
you know, people don't understand. People
Yeah.
don't get it.
Yeah. 100%. They see it as an obstacle.
Yeah.
They see it as in oh, this is against them in the relationship.
Yes.
And it should never be like that.
No.
You should be with a partner that supports your dreams and your goals and understands the hustle. And I think the beautiful thing about it with us is that the work-life balance is there because
Yeah.
we understand each other if you need to work that extra hour
Yeah.
or if you need to grind it out.
Yeah.
You know, babe, I'm going into the zone. I'm going to be here for a couple of hours,
Yeah.
you know, I need to lock in. You get it.
Yeah.
And that thing is such a blessing because if someone's not in that industry, they'll be like, why are you working past 5? Why do you have to work? Why do you have to do viewings on the weekend? Why are you
You're not
negotiating?
prioritizing.
Yeah, why are you doing this negotiation on Sunday night? I was like, well, because the client is in New York and I need to get this closed
Yeah.
off. People, people that are not in the industry with you, will never understand that.
I
You have to
agree.
have a very considerate and understanding partner for them to even get a gist of what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But also, I think that's the beauty of what we do. We do work hard. Yeah, we put the time in, we put the hours in. I understand when you need to lock in, you understand when I need to lock in. But the thing about it is we know the rewards that comes with that. So that's
We
something.
enjoy them.
And also, it's for both of us. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
at the end of the day,
We have a common goal.
exactly, we have a common goal as well. So
Yeah.
all right, so this is all sunshine and rainbows right now. Yeah, we're gonna talk about what it's like.
Hard times.
Yeah, let's be real. This is what this podcast is all about, right?
Let's go.
So let's be real. When we have disagreements,
Yep.
how do we ensure that it doesn't affect the business? How do we ensure it doesn't affect us serving our clients and ultimately delivering on our goals?
For me, it's because we have that same vision and that same goal. We will do whatever it takes to ensure that that goal is achieved, regardless of the situation.
Love that.
Whether we're going through something together, whether something else outside of our relationship
Yeah.
is affecting us individually,
Yeah.
whatever it is, the goal is still something we need to ensure we're achieving.
Yeah.
So you might have pissed me off. I'm going to use that word, piss me off. You know, one
You might not
day,
even want to talk to me, but yeah.
I might not want to talk to this man, but if a client's calling and says something needs to be done at XYZ time,
Yeah.
I'm going to consult you and ask you,
Yeah.
babe, we need to do this XYZ.
Yeah.
When are you free to do this XYZ?
Yeah.
Regardless of whether I'm upset with you or not.
It's that thing about having a relentless pursuit for success. That's what it's about, right? And it doesn't matter what goes wrong during the day,
Yeah.
we're going to get the job done. So it might be we've had a falling out, we've got a client meeting at 10 o'clock, you know, someone hasn't done the washing, someone hasn't done their chores, whatever it is,
Yeah.
and we're still going to turn up and get it done. And I think that's the beautiful thing about it. We park our disagreements and we focus on what needs to be done
100%.
and that is contributing to our goals.
100%. And
You
can I
know?
just say, actually, I think that's what brings us back together in those moments.
Yeah.
Because having to communicate with someone that you don't want to communicate with, it forces you to communicate with them.
Yeah.
And then because we love what we do and we're enjoying it in the moment.
Yeah.
So let's say we've got a meeting, we go to that meeting, we have the most amazing meeting with this client, we're laughing, we're smiling, the banter's there with the client. And then we both leave the meeting smiling and we're like, why the hell are we fighting?
Exactly. It kind of squashes the beef, doesn't it?
Exactly, naturally. So
It kind of squashes the beef.
yeah, maybe
so.
more couples should just work together and
Yeah,
have
I
less
know,
arguments.
I know. Do you know what? You know, we're lucky. I think the other thing that goes with that is our mentality.
Yeah.
You know, we have a growth mindset. We have the mentality we want to win, and we're going to do whatever it takes to get to our goals and achieve our dreams.
Yeah.
So I think when you have a common goal and you have that mentality, it works really both in our favors in terms of getting things done. Because, you know, you get clients who are like, oh, you're a couple, you're working together, and they're a bit kind of like, oh, they're a bit concerned. What happens if you guys, that kind of thing. But it's when we actually show them and they get to know us and they understand our work ethic, understand that we're very similar in that, and we will focus on getting the results. So.
And it works.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It does work. Yeah.
So that does take balance.
Yes,
we have to be on the same rhythm. We have to be, and it has to be respect in the relationship too.
Of course.
And
Certainly.
also leveraging each other's strengths. So who does what basically? How do we balance and how do we figure out who is stronger or who should be responsible for different things whilst working together?
Do you know what? I think it's also playing to our strengths. Every situation is different. Every client is different, but we know what we're strong at. Like we understand each other in terms of what we bring to the table. So you're very creative. You're very organized. You're very kind of attention to detail type of person. You know, I'm more of a doer.
Yeah.
Let me
Action man.
Let me go meet the client. Let me go have the difficult conversation. Let's get the business done. You know, but you make sure everything is done like in a really
the details.
Yeah. Your attention to detail is phenomenal. So
Thanks, babe.
that's a real blessing for me because I'm more like I'm a go-getter. I'm gonna go get it. I'm gonna work hard. I'm gonna go see that
100%.
client.
You're relentless.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And, you know, and I think that's the thing. And I think every situation is different, even when we're working with clients. Some clients might prefer you over me, you know, and
vice versa.
Exactly, and vice versa, right? So we know who leads the conversation and who takes more of a back seat. Or it might be, oh, they like us both, so they like both our energies, so we're gonna, give them the full Doherty's energies, that kind of thing. So I think that's how it works really with us, and I think it's more understanding that those roles do change as well. There are times where, like, you know what, I'm far too busy with other things going on at this moment. Please, can you take care of this?
And I've got to step in for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah, and sometimes he doesn't even need to tell me he's busy. I just know. Yeah. And I just swoop in there and just do what needs
which
to be
I
done.
really appreciate, by the way. Really appreciate it, because it's a real blessing.
It's part of being a team, right?
Exactly,
for sure. And the thing is, I think you're also very strong at organisation. Like, if you see his diary on his phone, it's like colour coded. Like, he knows exactly where he's going to be at what time of the day, 2 weeks in advance.
Giving it all away now. Giving it all away.
So he's extremely, extremely organised. Like, even with the podcast sessions, he'll book the next podcast session while we're in this existing podcast session.
Yeah,
so it's in everyone's diaries before we even get to the next podcast sessions. Like, you're extremely organised. You take the lead.
Yeah.
You're a doer.
Thank you.
And you're a provider. I guess that comes down to you being my husband, but the financial part of everything he takes care of too.
Yeah, indeed. The finances. They got to be straight.
So like.
For sure.
So I think we've got a really good balance of you being the leader and me being the supporter.
Yeah.
Me using my creative eye and my creativity to create and upload all the podcasts and do all the social media elements of the podcast. And you're the one that's actually making sure we actually get them booked in and done. So I think we've got a really, really good balance going.
No, 100%. And generally, like, I don't think we'll both be able to function without each other. Like, generally, like,
we'd be overwhelmed.
Yeah, 100%. There'd just be too many things going on. So it's a blessing, like I said. 100%. It's a real blessing. So appreciate that. Okay, so I think the other part of it is, how do we protect our relationship
from that burnout?
From that business,
from being like overwhelmed.
That business burnout, where it's like, I've got 25 listings I need to do. Like, how do we actually protect that?
For me, it's noticing when each other needs that support firstly. So I think it goes down to that very common saying of you might have 100% energy one day, I've got 0, and I just need you to support me because I'm completely burnt out, or vice versa. Both of us might be completely burnt out, and that might just be a sign that we need to book a holiday. We need to enjoy the fruits of our labor in that moment and understand or realize why we're doing this, and come back to just enjoying ourselves.
100%. No, I totally agree with what you're saying there, and I think it's recognizing that in each other. I think we're quite lucky to know when you're having a hard time, or I'm having a hard time, or we both need a break, or we need a change of scenery. And our work ethic, in terms of we do go for it, but we work hard to ensure that when we have that time off, it's an absolute bliss. Like, we've earned it. I think every kind of the way in which we work is every holiday, every kind of time out, every kind of part of enjoyment is earned. It's not just we're doing it for the sake of it. That's the reason why we're entrepreneurs, because we want to work hard and to create that better life. Exactly, to create that better life for each other. So yeah, for sure. 100%.
Yeah, totally agree. It is also a reminder that we need to keep moving, though.
Yeah,
we need
for
to replenish
sure. Yeah, for sure.
What we spent.
Yeah.
But
No, I couldn't agree more. Generally, whenever we're even having fun, we're thinking about how quickly can we actually get the finances back for what we just spent money on. It might be on a holiday, all inclusive and so forth as well. But our mentality is, how can we actually make that holiday money back and times it by 5? And that's, I guess, that's the mindset of an entrepreneur, mindset of someone that wants to better their life and create success. So, and we're aligned. We're aligned in that. She doesn't get pissed off at me going, why are you speaking to this client when we're on the beach? And I'm like, well, I'm thinking about this client being the person who's going to pay for our holiday 5 times over.
100%. Same. Like, we've always been kind of, I think that comes down to the fact that we actually just enjoy what we do. It's not like a burden to be talking to a client at a certain time of the day.
100%.
So it makes it fun, doesn't it?
Indeed.
But I think we spoke a lot about how we would work as a couple from the very beginning. You obviously joined Tear first. And I just saw how amazing the whole opportunity was for you, how well you were doing, how exciting it was,
Yeah.
and how you were actually living my dream, my dream job. Like, I've always wanted to be a real estate agent,
Yeah.
but I didn't like the high street
Yeah.
way of going into it,
Yeah.
the low wage and things
Yeah,
like.
of course, yeah.
And then you asked me, why don't you just join Tara
Yeah,
Nash?
I
And I'm
know.
like, but Tara Nash is your thing. Like, maybe I should join another agency. So you know, you can thrive in what you're doing. I thrive in what I'm doing.
You know what? That didn't make any sense to me. I was like, I can't have the competition in the house.
I know, yeah.
You know what I mean? We can't be competing
ops.
against each other. Exactly.
You're up sleeping
You know
right
what
next
I mean?
to you. Yeah.
I was like, nah, we can't be having that. That would just be too weird.
Yeah, then in
Far too weird.
Very
Yeah,
weird.
for
Like,
sure.
in hindsight, I was like, but actually, I'd rather be with you than be against
Exactly,
you.
exactly.
So we had a very real conversation. I remember it was like, I think it was after church. We went for a meal. We sat down. We spoke about.
Yeah, we dissected it.
Yeah, what the boundaries were in working together, how best to work together.
Yeah.
And we got really real with it.
Indeed.
So we set those expectations from the very, very beginning. But even though we had that conversation, is there anything you wish you knew in hindsight at the beginning based on what you know now?
So that's a very good question.
Yeah.
Is there anything I wish I knew at the beginning? Okay. Probably an understanding that there are going to be times where someone is doing better than the other. I think you know, everything's all kind of rosy and kind of like, yes, we're going to do this and we're all going to achieve everything. We're going to sell all the houses and we're going to be amazing. I think it's about understanding that there are going to be times where you're winning and I'm not doing so well, or I'm doing so well and you're not doing so well, and that kind of thing. And I think it's more about understanding that that's when the fact that we're a team
is most crucial.
And that's what gives us the power.
Yeah, definitely.
Right? Because it doesn't matter where we're winning.
Yeah.
You know?
We're not doing, neither of us is doing badly because one of us is doing extremely well.
Yep.
And because we're married, if one person is doing well, we're both doing well.
Exactly.
I think
that's the beauty of the team effort. And I think that's something probably at the beginning I didn't think, you know, that was going to be happening, but that's part of the real estate journey. And that's part of life, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sometimes everything's happening. Oh, no. And you know, that's the life of an entrepreneur, to be honest.
100%.
You know?
Yeah.
So,
no, that's very, very true.
No, definitely. Okay, so I guess we could probably just finish up on advice for other couples or perhaps a boyfriend and girlfriend out there.
Yeah.
They're thinking, oh, we could work together, or, you know, to build for the future. What bit of advice would you give them?
I would say make sure you maintain your own personal brands individually. Working together is amazing, but you want to still maintain who you are as an individual. James and I don't introduce ourselves as Victoria and James Doherty. We introduce ourselves as Victoria Doherty and James Doherty that work together to create what we, you know, the magic we want to create. I think it's so important to ensure that you are seen as two individuals working together rather than a couple in real estate.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You still work on your own individual listings. I work on my own individual listings, and we work on listings together because I don't want to be known as your wife, just your wife, just Victoria.
Yeah.
You know,
your own personal brand.
Yeah, exactly, and
100%.
vice versa. So I think it's important to still maintain your individuality, but also work together at the same time.
No, I totally agree. With that, and also gives us variety, right?
Yeah.
Because then you can work on a listing by yourself. And then as well as that, you can work in combination with me. You can work with other people. Yeah. You're not kind of feel like constricted to, I have to work with my husband.
Yeah.
No, at all.
You might have different visions completely.
Indeed. And it's being free-spirited with that because you learn and pick up so many things from different experiences and working with different people. That's not only just going to sharpen your tool. Yeah. You know, so that's the beauty of it, really. So, no, I totally agree on that front.
Yeah, for sure. What about you? What would you say? What piece of advice would you give to...
I would say a piece of advice I'll give to a couple that are thinking about working together is make sure you have a strong foundation. A strong foundation. What I mean by is,
oh my God,
you have the faith, you have the belief, you understand each other, and you both are aligned in terms of what you want to achieve. Don't
100%.
It can't be just, oh, my partner wants to achieve this, so this is the most important thing, but I'm actually not aligned to that, but you know, I need to focus on that, and then you dampen what you want to achieve.
Exactly.
Should never be like that.
No.
Should lay all on the table. This is what I'd like to achieve. This is what you'd like to achieve, and then that becomes a common goal.
How can we achieve this together?
Exactly. So for me, yeah, the foundation is key. Like,
Yeah.
it will work out. It might work out. We get along. We understand each other on Wednesdays. No, like, you know what I mean.
You need to get each other for real. This
real.
isn't just
for sure.
a short-term thing.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
This is a forever thing, because
Indeed.
getting into business with someone that you don't see yourself with forever is very, very, very dangerous. I can't lie. Like, you have to make sure that you're 110% sure about this person, because a lot of money is going to be invested in this.
Indeed, a lot of money,
time,
effort, sweat, tears,
emotions.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah, it's important that you set the right foundations for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, 100%.
Really, that's a really, really good one. I think what might be on a lot of people's minds is, okay, but that means you're just colleagues then, no? Like, how do you keep this? How do you keep the spark alive? Like, where's the romanticism in this? So how would you say we keep the spark alive whilst working together?
You're putting me on the spot now, aren't you?
Always.
I think for the way I keep the spark alive is doing things. You know, I understand you, understand what you like and what you enjoy, and I think the thing about it is not to just see as work, but also to kind of enjoy our success. Take some time out. You know what? Take some time out. We're gonna go, you know, on a weekend away.
Yeah.
Take some time out, have a massage,
Yeah.
or you know, take some time. I'm gonna cook you a meal. I'm gonna take you out. Like, those things are quite important because we should never stop dating.
100%.
Do you know what I mean? We should. I'm gonna be dating you forever. Do you know what I mean? So, and that's the thing. And I think the beauty of it is that we're working to ensure that we achieve our goals and we build a pot and everything for our future, but also we're enjoying that process.
Yeah.
I think the thing about it is, if you're not enjoying it, if you're not,
what's the point?
I mean, then it might as well just be, you know,
It's redundant.
employees and just be like, no, I'm just going to work kind of thing. So for me, it's just that forever dating, forever, you know, putting the ginger.
Yeah, in the
putting
mix.
the fire. You know what I
Keeping it
mean?
spicy.
Exactly.
Like, even today, James just completed on his biggest deal of his career, a £3.4 million listing in the heart of London. I'm so happy for him.
Put me on the spot again.
We need to shout this out, because I'm sorry, he did that. Like, him and Reese have done a phenomenal job with this client, and tonight we are going to celebrate. We're going out for dinner.
Yes, we are.
I had two completions yesterday.
Yes, exactly. You see,
You know?
iron sharpens iron. She had 2 completions yesterday for 2 properties, which she sold in a number of weeks, and we're going to be celebrating that again as well today. And that's the beauty of it. Like, I'm just so blessed that success, iron sharpens iron,
100%.
and we enjoy these moments, because if you're not enjoying the journey, then what's the point?
Yeah.
You know, you have to enjoy the process and the journey, the highs and the lows.
100%. Love what you do.
Indeed. On that note, we're off to dinner. So thank you so much for listening. Really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed this. Any couples, boyfriend, girlfriends that are thinking about doing business, I hope you found this informative and gave you some life advice about what to do in that front. Stay tuned. Like, comment, share, subscribe to our podcast. We enjoy doing this and giving you the realness. Stay tuned to the next one. Thanks for your time. I've been James.
I've been Vicky.
Speak soon.
Thanks,
Take care.
guys.